Hello, hello. Welcome back to my space. I hope you are doing well. I hope that you are feeling good. We are going to check what are the collective messages that I'm getting right now. So I received a sweet little deck. So we are going to use it. So obviously I had to make it mine, so I colored the sides. I still have to do another layer. Because right now it doesn't look so good. It needs a second layer. But you will see it's a very, very sweet deck. So, let's see what's going on. What are the messages that we are getting? I will do one spread reading. So just open the cards and see what are the messages that are coming out. So, let's see what's going on. What are the messages for the collective right now? Oh, it's comfortable. I like it. Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles. That's nice. Okay, we are starting strong. Tell me. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so we have the... Wait, can you see the cards? Yes, you can. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I need one more. Tell me. What's going on here? The High Priestess. Your legacy. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This I like a little bit less because we are talking here about someone very materialistic, dependent, superficial. Their image is very, very important. All their confidence relies on the outside, right? What's going on the outside. And then with the High Priestess, we have opposite energy, because with the High Priestess, we are talking about someone where it's all about inner knowledge. It's absolutely not about the same kind of vibe. Very, very different. Okay. Tell me more here, please. The Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, I understand now. So it kind of feels here that somebody was obsessed by maintaining their image, their status, money-driven. It is a queen, but we might be talking about a masculine. It doesn't matter, right? I will do my intro a little bit later, but just to be clear here. And with the High Priestess, it's also a feminine, but we might be talking about a masculine. So what's going on here, it is that it kind of feels that you might be dealing with somebody that has a vision of life that is very, very different than yours, because you might be all about inner beauty, inner knowledge, being somebody deep, always open to learn. You might enjoy looking good and buying clothes and makeup and all those kind of things, but it's not that it's that your whole confidence or your whole interest is there, right? It's kind of something that you enjoy, maybe not, right? But maybe you enjoy it, but it's kind of it's not as important. For the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse, we are talking about someone very often inside it's kind of shallow. Shallow, because it's somebody very superficial. It's all about the outside life, how it looks from the outside. And there is here something maybe about money, maybe about the community, maybe about status. And I kind of feel that, we might be talking here, you might have been dealing with someone where their image was everything, right? while for you it's the opposite. So for Queen of Pentacles, for example, right, they might be obsessed by money. They need money, and it doesn't mean that they know how to make money or take care of their money. Very often they can't. Very often they are codependent on other people. But there is here this element that their whole confidence relies on that. While on the opposite side, there is, for you, leaving a legacy, it's not about money. It's not about the way that you look, right? It's something else. It is something more meaningful. It's about who you are, what you are doing in this world. So it's very, very different energies. And we have the Two of Cups here in reverse. This is just signifying you are not seeing things from the same perspective at all. At all. Okay. So let's see what I'm getting here about all of that. It's intriguing, this Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups in reverse. Give me something more here. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Ten of Swords. Okay, so with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I kind of feel that this person might have been a little bit entitled and arrogant and judgmental towards you. With the Nine of Cups in reverse, we are talking about this lack of confidence, lack of self, lack of individuality, in fact, right? This is what we are talking about. The Nine of Cups is in reverse. And so we might be talking about someone who's maintaining this image, right? It's all about the image. With the Ten of Swords here, kind of feel that this person might have betrayed you. There might also be some kind of idea that they had, that they were feeding themselves of this idea, and it has come to an end here. I'm interested to get a little bit more information. I kind of feel that here, what we are talking about, it is you in relationship with somebody else, where the relationship was not a good relationship, right? It was not healthy, you didn't understand one another, seeing things from a very, very different perspective. And I kind of feel here that what we are talking about, it is other people. With this Ten of Pentacles here, the community, the family, people that are external to your connection, your disconnection, right? Because I kind of feel that there is a connection, but at the same time there might be a disconnection. So we might be talking, for example, you and your sibling, you and your parent, something like that, right? So I kind of feel here that this Queen of Pentacles in reverse was trying to tell you how you are supposed to live your life. So if we are talking about a parent, where it's all about appearances, so this is what might have happened here, right? And then we have this Ten of Swords here. So it's kind of, you might have detached yourself of this way of thinking. Maybe in the past you were trying to somehow fulfill this person, right? Maybe try to operate through their codes. But you kind of feel here that there is something that happened, either a betrayal or something that you realize that made you release that. Tell me. The Five of Wands, competing. Eight of Wands being focused on you. Yeah, I kind of feel here, somebody who is, here's also something, right? When we are talking about someone who is in this Nine of Cups in reverse energy, right? And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, we are talking here about someone who doesn't put the mirror towards themselves, right? So they might be all in your business. We have here the Eight of Wands. This is focus. This is focused energy. So I kind of feel here that what you might not even realize, it is that in fact this person is always making you feel uncomfortable about who you are, but it comes from a place, in fact, of competition. This person needs to be seen a certain way, and I kind of feel that they feel threatened by you, by who you are. Because there are people watching here. This person is thinking about other people, how they appear to other people. This is what is important to them. Okay, before we continue, I will just make my intro, right? This is a collective reading, so take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it on yourself. Don't take a story on yourself that is not yours, right? If I'm talking about masculines or feminines with gender-related cards, I am not talking about the gender, I'm talking about the energy of the card, so please apply it however it applies, and this reading can be past, present, or future. Okay, so, very interesting. Tell me more here, please. The Tower in reverse. Ooh, and this comes here. Yeah, listen, it kind of feels that this person wanted to take you down in a certain way. Maybe because you are not responding to their codes, right? What is important for them, they attacked you because they felt that you were a threat to them. I kind of feel that we could truly talk here about family, and it doesn't have to be family, right? But there is here, like the way that you are shining is threatening this person so much that I'm wondering, even though I already had people telling me I have a friend and I'm ashamed of my friend, you know, like, why are you ashamed of them? Like, how does it reflect on you? But some people feel it this way, right? Because they are so insecure, so they are trying to control everything around them, even people that has nothing to do with them. But because there is this element here, I kind of feel that somebody is truly, they feel that who you are is reflecting on them terribly, terribly. And what I feel now, looking at all that came out here, it is that people might have had some kind of idea about you. And it all stems from this person that might have been very, very critical towards you because you don't respond to some kind of codes. You might hurt them, their ego for some kind of reason, right? And I kind of feel here that you might have taken distance from this person, or there might have been a conflict. And so because their image is so important, I kind of feel that they were operating from this very entitled and arrogant place, very insecure place, in fact, right? And so there is here some kind of narrative that was presented, right? Okay, let's see. The King of Swords in reverse. Confusion, lies, manipulation, making up lies. But what appears to me here immediately, it's this Tower in reverse touching this Ten of Pentacles here, right? So I kind of feel that this is what this person wanted to do. They wanted this tower to fall. They wanted to make themselves feel good by taking you down, but it kind of feel here that it didn't work. Let me remind you that a tower, I just got something else also, that they were afraid of this tower falling because of the way that you were seeing them. Okay. Tell me more here. Tell me more. Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you see, it's exactly what I'm telling you. That at the end of the day, this is what they were trying to do, but what they have manifested, in fact, what is appearing now, it is the total opposite, because you have shown in some kind of way your own patience and your own stability in all this story, while they are all the time just being ruthless towards you, rigid, talking to you in ways that they shouldn't, especially if we are talking here about someone who's supposed to be your friend, someone who's supposed to be your family, right? It doesn't mean that you cannot have any kind of criticism related to your family or your friends. Obviously, you can. But there is criticism and criticism, right? Here we are talking about the energy of the King of Swords in reverse. This is, it's ruthless, right? This is not a person that should pretend that they love you, right? Or it's not a acceptable behavior for somebody of your family. It's not acceptable. And certainly not also if it's a friend. Like, no, you are not a friend, you are an enemy, right? Because of the way that you are talking. Yes, so the wheels are turning because you maintained here. Kind of feel that you took distance because you understood here something. You might have a lot more knowledge than what this person has, right? They are operating very impulsively. They are guided by their need of power, their ego, their status. This is what is driving them, their image, right? So you might have understood here something. And you might even have taken distance because this Temperance card here is touching the High Priestess and this Two of Cups in reverse. So either you have taken distance or you simply disconnected yourself emotionally, understanding something about this person. But it kind of feel at the moment that you did that, you regained some kind of stability in your life. And things are turning the right direction for you, which might be very different than what was happening before. Before, this person might have been so critical. You know, I kind of feel the person that they are in your life, but in fact, it's a bully. It's a bully. And it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. Them feeling the need to exert some kind of control over you, thinking that the way that they see life and the way that they think, this is master, right? You have to think like them. You have to appear the way that they want you to appear. You have to flatter their ego, right? And I kind of feel at the moment that you released of that, right? You understood something here about how their mind works. What's their issue, in fact? That the issue, it might not be you, you know? It's just someone who is superficial, controlling, dependent, shallow, insecure. Right? Okay. Let's see here. Tell me more. What's going on? The Three of Wands in reverse. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. You see, I was talking to you with the Five of Wands here, that this person is competing with you. We have the jealousy card here. This person is jealous of you. This is what we are talking about. And I feel that there is a real issue here because you see them for who they are. You have disconnected yourself, at least emotionally. At least emotionally. You understood here that both of you, you are not operating from the same place at all. That maybe they are trying to control you. That maybe they have some kind of trauma bond with you, right? Because the way that you reflect on them is so important to them, right? So you need to be kind of a flattering mirror to them, right? You have to sacrifice your life to be a flattering mirror to them, right? And I kind of feel at the moment that you understood that you understood what's going on here, you stop taking it on yourself. We might be talking here even about healing with this Tower in reverse. But I kind of feel that they were trying to avoid a Tower. Because the same way as this person is shitting about you all the time, talking badly about you all the time, they thought that you were doing the same, while in fact you might absolutely not have done it at all, right? Maybe you understood who they are and you just said, okay, you know, and when you were talking about them, maybe you were talking about them in a respectful manner, saying this person hurt me, they try to control me, they don't respect me, they always make me feel small, they always make me feel all kind of ways, you know, but it's not like saying, yeah, this person is whatever and whatever, you know. And if you were talking, maybe you were talking with people that you trust, that you know that it's a safe place, right? But I kind of feel that for them, because they are all the time, you know, it's the kind of person that are not talking about themselves unless they have something amazing to say about themselves, right? But very often, you know, they spend their time talking about other people. We are talking about shallow, superficial, right? So you might have been their scapegoat, their black sheep, right? Yeah, so it kind of feels at the moment that for you, you understood here something that was important about what they were saying to you about you, and that it didn't impact you anymore, right? That you succeeded. I kind of feel here a lot of healing. I kind of feel that what you endured with this person is truly them saying very nasty things about you, right? Trying to destroy your confidence in some kind of way. And I kind of feel here a lot of healing. You being patient with them, maybe you stayed around trying to understand what is going on, and I kind of feel that you did. And you regained some kind of balance with this temperance card here, right? You regained, you succeeded to, it's not even that you regained your balance, you alchemized this situation. It even made you more aware, more strong, maybe more in self-awareness, right? 1 second. I drank a little bit of water. Your reminder to drink a little bit of water, right? Yeah, it kind of feels here that nothing is coming their way. They don't know how to plan forward. They might have been thinking that you would come back with this 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay, let's see. Tell me a little bit more here. The 3 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, a very toxic environment, a very toxic lifestyle. 3 and 3. Yeah, both in reverse. With the 3, you know, if we are looking at numerology, right? I think that I already explained it to you. But we have new people here. Hi. So maybe you don't know about that. So let me explain. The number 3, it is about what I call the first birth. Why? Because number 1, we are taking it to nature because it's the easiest way to explain it, right? So 1, it is the seed, right? So this is just the individuality, the seed. 2, it is the seed in relationship with external energies. So it's the seed that you will put in the soil and that you will water, right? This is the 2. This is the working together, right? This is the 2. The 3, it is the first little plant. It's not even a plant. How do we call it when it's the first little thing that is coming out of the union of the 2, right? The seed with the elements. It creates a first little thing. This is why I call it like it's the first birth, in fact, right? There is something that comes out of all of that. This is the number 3. Here we had the 2 in reverse, right? So the association, the seed was planted, maybe, I don't know, in plastic, you understand? So there was no possible exchange that would enrich one another. There was not. And then we have 2 trees here that are in reverse. Nothing can be born from that, right? And we have here the explanation. Because the person, the way that they are planning their life, the Two of Wands in reverse, it doesn't make sense. They have no vision. They have no vision. And 3, a toxic lifestyle, a toxic environment that they might create all by themselves, by who they are, by their own essence. Yeah, and be focused on you. The 8 of Wands, totally focused on you. Yeah, we are talking here about someone who is in a battle with you. We might totally be talking about, for example, mother and daughter, or mother-in-law and daughter. We might be talking about siblings, right? Toxic siblings. We might. Somebody always comparing themselves and judging you like with a magnifying glass on you all the time. And looking at this deck, right? I like all those decks because there is something about the inner child healing, right? It's very childish. There is here something very pure and childish. So we are talking here about wounds that come from very, very, very far. It might be someone who grew up with a narcissist, or somebody who has some kind of narcissistic wound, right? Okay, let's see. What else are we getting here? What else are we getting here? Tell me. The 5 of Swords in reverse. Whew. The 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, we might be talking about toxic family. 10 of Cups in reverse, right? And when we're talking about family, it can be your family, it can be your family-in-law, it can be friends that you consider as family, maybe very, very long time friends. The 5 of Swords in reverse, right? They wanted to win at all cost, and they lost. They lost, right? Because they were in a battle with you, while it kind of feels here with the High Priestess, the Tower, the Temperance, kind of feel that you might have been trying to get to a peaceful place. But this is also a thing. When you are dealing with someone who is not peaceful, you might be the most peaceful person that there is. But it doesn't help, you know. In my private practice, I have often people that they are divorcing from someone, right? Someone abusive, someone narcissistic, all of this. And they are saying, what I want, it's peace. I just want peace. This is what I want. And I'm explaining to them that they will have to find ways to create this peace, because they are dealing with someone. The last thing that this person wants, it is for them to be at peace. So we have to build something in order for this person to be able to reach this kind of peace in a way or another, because they will always be under attack. Because some people, your peace is a catastrophe for them. A catastrophe for them. And here we also have the answer with the Temperance. Once you are at peace, you alchemize the situation. You understand here that there is something fucked up with their way of thinking. You understood, right? So we have healing here. Then the wheels are turning, because once you understand, you get out of the mental prison that you might have been into before, being under distress of somebody, a frenemy or a hater that is supposed to be somebody who loves you, but they were a hater. What image are they giving you about support and love? Horrible, toxic. But the moment that you understand that it is something with them, it allows you to change the game, in fact, right? And we see here that the game has changed, the Wheel of Fortune. Right? And I kind of feel that they never saw this coming. They never saw this coming, that you would be able to totally cut yourself off of everything that they said to you about yourself. Whatever lies they spread, right? Yeah, they were in a battle with you, but they lost. They lost. Yeah, they are very unhappy. But it's the person that will always be unhappy, right? It's not somebody who is working on their happiness. And I kind of feel that we are talking here about someone who truly has a childhood wound, a narcissistic wound, right? And so nobody will ever be able to make them anyway. We cannot make other people happy. It doesn't work, right? It's something that a person needs to work on with themselves. Doesn't feel like this is what they are doing, right? Doesn't feel this way. Okay, let's see. Tell me. The Ace of Wands in reverse. This I will. Yeah, we are talking here about someone who wanted to have authority over you. Yeah, they wanted you to respect their rules. They are telling you who you are supposed to be. They are telling you how you need to live your life. And as for them, it's all about image, it's all about image. And you being somebody who is all about feeding your inner self, right? It might sound ridiculous to you, right? Whatever is important for them is irrelevant for you. Irrelevant. But they still want authority. You have to do how they want. And you might have been confused in that, especially if we are talking about a parent. The Ace of Wands in reverse. You might have blocked this energy, or they might have blocked you in the past, and this is why the moment that you finally took distance, being in the physicality or emotionally, the wheels are turning. Yeah, I kind of feel that they were totally blocking you before. Their presence in your life, them being with the magnifying glass looking at you, right? Trying to find things that are not okay with you, right? The Queen of Wands here. Somebody who's looking at you from this place of comparing themselves and jealousy and all those kind of things. I talked about it already, what's happening when somebody is operating from jealousy, right? They are searching, they are creating things that are not okay with you, just because it makes them feel better with themselves. Okay, tell me more here, please. The Hangman. This turned, it came out like this and it came down like this. So I will take it like this, right? Yeah, it kind of feel here, we started here with the community, right? And I told you, I kind of feel here that this is the story, but there is here the importance of legacy, community, people, all those kind of things around, right? So it truly feels here, we have the Hangman, that this is what we are ending with, that people are seeing things now from a very, very different perspective, because they are realizing how this person is talking about you. It doesn't make sense. Considering who they are in your life, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. The Knight of Cups. I kind of feel a lot of positive feelings towards you now, understanding what you had to overcome and that you made this wheel turn in your favor, dealing with that, right? Dealing with so much negativity, criticism, judgment. Somebody always creating you problems, you know, and it's the kind of person that when you are trying to bring up any kind of problem, they will say, no, don't bring up problems, right? You are always creating problems, when in fact, no, they are all the time, all their way of thinking, all their way of treating you. Sometimes it doesn't even need to be in words, it's the way that they are looking at you, right? It's in their behavior, in between the lines, right? The subjects that they are bringing up in conversation, like if nothing, right? But I truly feel here that there is such a difference between you and them, which might be totally acceptable, except that it is not, because they are making you, they are trying to force you to become something that you are not. And even they make you responsible for every kind of problem that this person has in their life, for their unhappiness that they might never admit, right? They might never admit because their image is so important, right? And if we are talking about somebody narcissistic, so they are lying to themselves, right? They are truly lying to themselves. They are feeding themselves from all kind of things. It's their ego talking to them, right? Feeding them. You are amazing, and this person is like this and is like that, and poor you, always playing the victim, because somebody narcissistic, they're either the hero or they are the victim, right? They can never be the perpetrator. It's not possible, right? They cannot survive that. Yeah, so I kind of feel that there is a lot of empathy towards you. With the Knight of Cups, you might even have somebody who is falling in love with you now, understanding your story, understanding what you went through, right? And now you succeeded here. With the Temperance card, we are also talking about the Earth Angel, maintaining your Earth Angel qualities, staying pure with all of this, right? Okay, let's go to closure here. Let's go to closure. Let's see what's going on. Let's go to closure. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's somebody here. We are talking about someone who's in conditional relationship. They need to feel superior. It's everything that I described you before. They need you to be under them. They need you to admire them. They decide if you are okay or you are not okay, right? Anything else here for the closure? What is the outcome here? Tell me, give me 2 for the outcome. Magician. Ace of Cups. The moment that you took back your feelings, right? You stop allowing this person to have any kind of impact on you because you understood that they are not operating from their heart space, right? They are not. You regain your total power. We have here the Magician, regaining your total power. And look here, the boats, right? This is taking distance. I love that. I never saw that on the Magician. Yeah, taking back your power. The moment that you understand that you have to protect your heart space from this person, because this person is not pure. They are not operating from their heart space. They are not. Right? Okay, let's see if there is anything else that pops to me here. The Seven of Wands in reverse. Kind of feel that this person didn't respect your boundaries at all. At all. Yeah, look, the Star in reverse. Yeah, we are talking here about someone who's not healed, right? Yeah, you went through a transformation here. You healed your inner child. The Page of Cups. You healed the inner child the moment that you were not confused anymore about them. The Seven of Cups in reverse. You were not confused anymore. Maybe before you tried all kind of things. Look how sweet. You tried all kind of things, right? In order to try to bring this connection to something peaceful. And I feel that at a certain moment you understood. You understood. You were not confused anymore. You knew that whatever you were trying to reach here with a fair connection, justice in reverse, it wouldn't be possible. They would continue to hurt you over and over again. The Three of Swords. Yeah, you needed to protect yourself. because it's not safe. You were not dealing with somebody safe. It's not somebody to who you can give your heart, right? So listen, this being said, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful, insightful, maybe even healing, if not at least entertaining, right? I send you a lot of love, a lot of healing vibes if you need them, right? If you needed a confirmation here, because I know that when we are dealing with those kind of situations, especially if we are carrying we are dealing with those energies since years and years and years, we might do the right thing for ourselves and still feel shitty and feel guilty, you know, and those kind of people, they tend to make you feel guilty all the time, right? You are supposed to, I told you, it's like a total annihilation for them to be happy while they will never be happy, you understand? So I hope that if it's the case, it brings you some kind of clarity, because it's important, it's very difficult, those situations. So, sending a lot of love, a lot of good vibes, a lot of healing vibes if you need them, and I'll see you in the comments. Bye.